The ongoing trade talks between India and the United States have been the subject of intense discussions amid a strained relationship between the two nations. In a very latest development, a report states that both nations have made very significant progress on the trade deal talks and are very close to a positive outcome. Recently, India hit the headlines for its massive free trade agreement with the European Union. The report states that the European Union deal was driven by bargaining tactics in relation to Washington. It adds that India closed the EU deal on its own merits and it did not take place as a reaction to parallel negotiations with the United States. The government is reportedly focused on the trade deal with the US and considers the American market as important, with trade negotiators of both sides being in constant touch. The report further states that India's trade strategy is a response to a fragmented global trading system, with more countries opting for bilateral and plurilateral ties with major partners. Centre has treated the trade deals with the EU and the US as separate entities, with a focus on growing exports to both places, as they would support jobs and investments at home. As per the report, the negotiations between India and the US have been robust and ongoing and will be concluded soon. It adds that India will pursue multiple bilateral negotiations in parallel. Recently, India and the European Union signed the historic Free Trade Agreement or FTA deal. The government sealed the mother of all deals, FTA pact, with visiting European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and European Council President Antonio Costa. The documents were signed in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Ursula von der Leyen and the President of the European Council. After signing the documents, PM Modi, Leyen and Costa issued a joint statement. India's FTA deal with the EU comes at a time when the US President Donald Trump has imposed high tariffs on goods entering the country. The deal would give India access to more markets to sell its goods.